okay, so we have hard coded here the connection string, and also we have hard coded the data. Okay, the input data also we have hard coded. Okay, now we are going to now make it something dynamic. We'll pass variable into the query, and also here we will pass the username and password also through variable. So in order to do that, go to your orchestrator, okay, cloud orchestrator, and go to default tenant, your tenant. Here I'm going to create a asset, so that is for SQL database. I mean to store username and password for SQL server. Okay, SQL database. Here I'm going to give the asset name SQL server SQL server credentials. Okay, the type also I'm going to select credentials, SQL server credential, and so here the description I'm going to give the same thing, and in the live you can give detailed description. The username here I will give my server SQL server authentication username. Okay, then click on create. So we have successfully created the SQL server credential, which is available in the HR department folder. Okay, now go back to your studio and drag and drop an activity to get the credential, right? Get credentials, drag and drop get credentials, and now select your folder path, orchestrator folder path. So now this is in finance. Now I can choose HR department, or else you can pass that folder path also in a variable. Okay, and here I'm going to choose it directly HR department, and then there will be a three credentials. Here I'm going to choose SQL server credentials, click on it, and then we have to get a username password, create a variable SQL user name, and here create a variable SQL password. Okay, enter it. Now we have now retrieved SQL username and password. Okay, now we have to include that username and password here in this place. Okay, how to include that? So very simple. So we need to include first username. So where the username is available after the ID. Okay, so after the ID, remove that username, and within double quotes, okay, add a plus and call your SQL username. Okay, and about the password, you can just maximize it. Okay, so there we need to pass the password in a different string. Remove your password, and within double quotes add a plus, and if you call your password like SQL password, and it won't accept it, it's still it says error, your password is secure string, and here it's a string. So we need to convert that password into secure string. So how to convert? Just add a new, okay, add a new, open space, and system system.net.network credential. Okay, network credential, then open bracket and call string, string string, and dot emt, and followed by your SQL password. Okay, then close bracket, again dot password. Okay, so this is the one time syntax, and you have to, if you are keep on doing this, and you will get to know what is the syntax, and here it's very simple, new system.net.network credentials open bracket string.empty, call your variable, then close bracket dot password. Okay, and you will remember, no, I hope no, you will remember in the next time. Okay, this is the syntax. Okay, and now click OK. So now successfully we have passed our username and password inside connect to database, and here now we need to pass our variables, right? So here we have a 1 2 3 4 columns. So as of now, what I do, I'm going to create a 4 assign activity to pass hardcode values, and one is for name, process, and description. Okay, so in the next session, and we will see how to get the data from Excel and how to load it into run command. And this is for name column. Okay, and so this is for value, and this is for process name, and this is for description. And here, so I'm going to give value as the name column. Within double quotes, let me add two address. Here the str value sk@gmail.com. Okay, and the assign process name here, let's say invoice processing. Here description, this is a recipient address. Okay, so these are my hard-coded values, and now I'm going into run command, click on query and remove all your values. Okay, here it should be how to call your variable with the single quotes, then double quotes, plus, again double quotes. Okay, now you call your variable str name. First, no, we should call str name, then again single quotes, double quotes, plus, and remove your hard code, and again single quotes, double quotes. Okay, sorry, double quotes and single quotes. Here str value. Okay, so look at this value, how I am calling single quotes, double quotes, then followed by your variable. So I am going to remove this, and here within double quotes and the inside plus and str process name, right? I think the description name, process name is not there. Let's click OK, and here the process name, go to variable, process name is there. Okay, it's not a str process name, it's a process name. Okay, and go here, and the process name also str process name, and followed by description. Okay, and remove that single quotes, double quotes, then plus, then str descriptions. Okay, click OK. Now there is no hard code in it. Here in the connect database also there is no hard code, and run command also there is no hard code, and disconnect from database also there is no hard code. And we have these values into we have these values, and we are going to store those values into variable when we are passing it. Okay, and click on step into and click on continue. The execution is done, and go to your database and there are already two values we added here, two rows we added here, and just check this query, select star from settings and constant, and execute it, and you will see the two address, the value, process name and description. Okay, so this is how we used to pass variables inside the query and inside the connection string.